Coming to you from iRacing's Richmond Raceway, we are live for round 9 of the DiCarlo's Auto Body Service Center Truck Series. 100 laps on offer tonight, and the 75-lap short track. Josh Arnold, Hunter Peach on row number 1 in the 22 and the 26. Ford and Chevrolet, respectively. Row number 2 sees Enrique Quiñones and Cole Snyder side by side in the number 98 and 99 Box Cave Fords. Roll number 3 with the 19 of roll number 3 with the 19 of Jake Millsap. Nate Lehman to his outside. Behind him, you've got Brad Rivers in the 6'9 Ray's Energy Truck. Shad Swatsworth to the outside in the number 1 Goodwrench Chevrolet. Bit of an homage to Dale Earnhardt. Rounding out the top 10 is going to be Jeff Lednam in the number 37 Duluth Trading Truck. And then Chris Murphy to his outside in the number 21 Quick Lane Ford. Getting ready to get this race underway. Trucks coming out of turn number 4. Green flag will be out, and here we go. It's 100 laps of action at Richmond. At the front of the show, Hunter Peach running away with this lead, but only by a couple of tenths of a second. Mississippi's Josh Arnold behind him in the number 22 Box Cave Ford. Then it's Q. Enrique Quiñones in the number 98 Box Cave F-150 ahead of Jake Millsap in 4th. Trucks getting together, losing positions. It's Mike LeBlanc in the number 13 Interstate Batteries Tundra to the inside of Shad Swansworth. That number 21 Quick Lane Ford just gets into the wall ahead of Mike Allen into that number 88 truck. Then you've got Zach Meredith behind him in the 13th position. Byron Jones to the inside of the Tide Ride. Jarrett Manning bringing back a lot of nostalgic love with that iconic looking truck. Then it's Tennessee's very own Terry Radford in the number 33 United States Postal Service Toyota Tundra. Radford trying to make his way up. He commented earlier today with some podium logos in the chat as Volsfan 88. Big Papa Bear 1490 wishing us good luck in the booth. Love you, Pop. And Coyotes fan for life saying good luck tonight. Let's go, Byron. Cheering for number 24, Byron Jones. There he is in the TJ's team, morethanAcape.org. Chevrolet Silverado Jones in the 14th position. At the front, 6 laps into this race, Hunter Peach continues to lead. Josh Arnold sits in the 2nd position, and it's all calmed down on the front. But now, as I say that, the number 99 of Cole Snyder to the inside of Nate Lehman. Snyder smacks the wall out of turn number 2, and he's got a hungry Shad Swatsworth looking to take 7th position. Trucks getting squirrely, don't know where to go. To the inside of Millsap goes the 99, Cole Snyder at the front. Hunter Peach and Josh Arnold almost exchanging spots, but the 26 stays in front. Brad Rivers now to the inside of Enrique Quiñones, and the number 69 Rep Sports Ray's Energy Truck moves into 3rd. Bama Trama in the chat says hello. Mama Vols in the house watching this racing, and look at these trucks, 2x2, almost 4 rows deep out of the 4th corner. 10 laps into this race, and the action doesn't stop. Mama Vols, love you, ma'am. Send my love to the family back in Tennessee. Your boy Terry Radford sitting in the 17th position now. the USPS. Toyota Tundra ahead of North Carolina's Pete Ruzick. And then it's Mike Campbell Jr. rocking the Demon Jones Ford F-150 in the 19th position. Stan Carnathan in 20th and Sam Wade rounding out the 21 drivers tonight. But now Stan Carnathan in the Hot Wheels Silverado goes high, wide, and handsome in the number 43 bow tie. Stone dead last. Byron Jones in the 24, now battling with the 21 of Chris Murphy. The quick lane F-150 of Murphy now looking to the outside of Michael LeBlanc in the number 13 Interstate Batteries Tundra. But it's the 19 of Jake Millsap who's been sinking like a stone. The Millsap Graphics Chevrolet trying to hold on to a top 10 spot, but so far he's in lucky number 13th position. Jarrett Manning coming up behind him in the number 50 Tide Chevrolet. Hunter Peach continues to lead in the number 26. He's led all 13 laps so far. Let's ride along with the race leader and see how he gets around the Richmond Raceway. Hunter Peach holding on, and you saw the hands wiggling out of that last corner. If you've just recently joined us, I'm Rick James, and you're watching uninterrupted green flag coverage of the DiCarlo's Auto Body Truck Series from Richmond Raceway. Round 9 brings us the action tonight, and the 50 of Jarrett Manning. You saw the right-hand side of that Tide Chevrolet ground to gray, and he once again gets into that outside wall. Terry Radford goes around in the 21 truck, and caution number 1 is out at the Richmond Raceway. Let's go back and see what happened to Terry Radford in that number 33. That's the 71 of Mike Campbell Jr. to the inside, and that's all you needed to see. 2 cars going for that inside line there. And the United States Postal Service Tundra goes around in turn number 3. One more look, this time from the cockpit of Papa Bear Campbell. Consistent line, consistent entry, but the 33 might have thought he was clear. And now he finds himself in 21st. Looks like everybody's coming down pit road to get tires and fuel as we approach. Well, we've just crossed 18 laps complete, so 19 laps now up on the board. The 33 of Terry Radford staying out, so potentially trying to get one of those laps back. We're going to let the drivers come down, get their repairs, their tires, their fuel, and we'll be back in 60 seconds with the resumption of the DiCarlo's Auto Body Trucks from Richmond. Back at Richmond, and a look at the points brought to you by ADC Transports, the freight shipping and trucking company from Troy, New York, a subsidiary of DiCarlo's Auto Body Service. A tie at the top of this points table between Hunter Peach and Josh Arnold is what we're all looking at. 294 points at the top of the table, with Nate Lehman sitting in third, 265 points to his name. Hunter Peach sitting in the fourth position right now. Josh Arnold in second. Nate Lehman currently running further down this running order. He's in seventh in that number 14. And at the front in the number 33 United States Postal Service Tundra, it's Terry Radford who will lead us to green. He'll get a point for leading this lap here, and we'll see where this goes. Fresher tires for everybody on this restart. Green flag is out. 21 laps are complete at Richmond. Wide for second place, and Terry Radford getting shoved to the high side, and the number 33 truck moves into third with Nate Lehman now to his inside into turn number one. A couple of trucks having to check up. The 33 of Radford going high again. Jarrett Manning in the 50s had some issues. There's trucks colliding there, and it looks like Radford has had it. He slams to the inside wall, and the left side of that Toyota Tundra is pancaked. Michael LeBlanc also falling through the running order as Josh Arnold goes purple for the race with a 22-14. LeBlanc regains control of that number 13 Interstate Batteries Tundra and puts it back on the racing surface, and there is the fastest man this evening. We said he'd just gone purple, the fastest lap of the race, a 22-14 for Josh Arnold, and he still holds that. He and Hunter Peach now tied for the fastest lap of the evening. We're 1/4 of the way through tonight's action at Richmond. And just as we talk about going purple, it's Brad Rivers in the number 69 Rep Sports Raise Energy Ford F-150 with a 22-12, sitting in 19th position. He puts in the fastest lap of tonight's race. At the front, Zach Meredith and Josh Arnold wrestling for this lead, arguing for first place. 22 dives to that golden yellow line, leaves space on the inside, but there's still moonlight on that top side for the 57 of Meredith to put his truck into, and he uses all the racing surface to get the great run down the front straight. Arnold trying to cut off that 57's line, really coming up to the door, but Meredith, too much for the Mississippi native. Zach Meredith holds on to the lead. He's up 15 places from where he started tonight. Nate Lehman in the third position, the number 14 Ford F-150, trying to find a way around both of these trucks. Everybody last pitting on lap 18. Terry Radford last pitting on lap 23, getting some of that damage repaired. Fans of Volksfan will be happy to know that number 33 truck is back out on the race course. Zach Meredith coming into this race 34th in the point standings. He has one win this season. He's only got one race, doesn't he? But Meredith consistently well, and he's showing he's got what it takes. 30 laps complete at Richmond. Meredith leading Lehman. Arnold in the number 22, sitting in the third position. Cindy Thompson in the chat cheering for him, says, "Go Josh, number 22." Shout out to Alpha York hosting this stream earlier. Also, Dale Fan 8 following an hour ago. Got to give a shout out to you. And of course, all the sharers from last night's Litchfield Specialty 87 stream. Tight battle for the 16th position. That's Mike Campbell Jr. in the number 71 Demon Jones truck. Then it's the 43 of Stan Carnathan in the Hot Wheels Silverado, sitting in the 17th position. Cole Snyder in 18th, filling that gap. Further up through the field, Josh Roberts in the number 15 Levita Sign Company Chevrolet, trying to keep his 11th position away from Byron Jones in the TJ's team bow tie behind. Terry Radford is in for further repairs in that number 33, moving along at an extremely fast clip, possibly serving some sort of penalty. Radford is in. Here comes Zach Meredith around the outside now to put him another lap down. The 57 leads the 14, 34 laps underway at Richmond. Chad Swadsworth in the number 1 Goodwrench Bass Pro Chevrolet, trying to take 5th away from Enrique Quinones, but Q-Dog is stalwart on the outside. The Box Cave Ford F-150 does not relent that easily. However, Swadsworth is calmly taking what's his coming into this race. Chad sits 16th in points with an average finish of 14th. He must do better, as next up is Michael Allen in the number 5 truck. Allen sits a full 21 points ahead. Duct Tape Fan 06 says, "Let's go Jake," number 19, cheering for the 19 of Jake Millsap, currently running in the 7th position. Millsap sits just 3/10 ahead of Chris Murphy, chasing him down in the quick lane Ford. Quinones, who just lost 5th to Chad Swadsworth, is starting to see his rear view mirror get more and more blue as the number 19 Millsap Graphics Chevrolet comes closer to 6th. At the front, Zach Meredith now under heavy fire. Here comes Lehman in the Dr. Destruction number 14 F-150, trying to put it on the top spot, but Meredith has been ruling that high side all night long. Coming into this race, Zach Meredith running an extreme part-time schedule. This is his 2nd start this season. Here he is leading this race, and Nate Lehman, who's 3rd in points, trying to tug on his cape for 1st place. Lehman on that inside line, not relenting, but neither is the 57 of Meredith. But the question must be asked, how are Meredith's tires doing with such a strong defense? And you see now too much for Nate Lehman. Zach Meredith prospers in the lead. Josh Arnold will take 2nd back from the number 14. And Hunter Peach, one of the 2 joint points leaders tonight, trying to take 3rd. Balls Fan 88 says, "Apparently I can't do 2 things at once. Thank God I'm good at commentating." Oh, you're good at commentating, you're good at driving, nevertheless. Terry Radford running in the 21st position off the track, but that's okay. He still gave us a couple of great sights in practice and tonight, Balls Fan. Hunter Peach in 4th right now gives up the 3rd place fight to Nate Lehman because he sees Chad Swadsworth trying to get up close, but Peach with the crossover now to the inside of Lehman for 3rd, and this is what Josh Arnold wants to see. Arnold is bent on getting up to Zach Meredith in that 1st position. Further on back, Mike Allen in the number 88 truck, making his way up through this field. Allen carrying some special paints on his truck tonight. Let's see if we can get a closer look. A friend of Mike Allen, and who's that in the wall? The 69 of Brad Rivers slams the wall in the Rep Sports Ford. Let's take a look at the right side. He's got to have damage. Oh, look at that, just pancaked, and you can see the sheet metal is bent. Back to the 88. Before we were so rudely interrupted by Brad Rivers. Mike Allen plugging his friend's book. Have a very bad day. It's a wonderful, wonderful read. It's a head scratcher, kind of a mystery read, kind of a whodunit as well, but comical at times. We'll get some info here from Mike Allen coming up soon. Someone was telling me about Mike's book earlier today. Mike Allen currently running in the 17th position on the outside. Brad Rivers, despite that slam to the outside wall, getting to the inside of truck 88. Mike Allen now in the 19th position. A little bit of contact from the 71 of Mike Campbell Jr. approaching halfway, and Allen looking to switch things up because that 88 truck not having such a good day himself. Perhaps Mike might need to read "Have a Bad Day" and have a very bad day, excuse me, and see how we can turn it into a very good evening for himself. Jarrett Manning on the tail end of the lead lap in the number 50 tied Chevy Silverado. Zach Meredith just a couple of tenths behind him, but he has to be careful not to get caught up. The 22 of Josh Arnold is not far behind, and a mistake now could cripple Meredith. Hunter Peach with a mirror full of, filling the mirror of Nate Lehman, who's in the third position. There's the leader getting around Jared Manning. Lehman hasn't given up that third spot at all, and Chris Murphy hasn't given up his pursuit of Enrique Quinones in the number 98. The Box Cave Ford has been ahead of that quick lane Ford since the start of this race, but as we approach halfway, we might have a different outlook in the back nine of tonight's race. Ruzick on the outside of Carnathan. This the battle for 14th. North Carolina's Pete Ruzick trying to hold on to the spot. And the 43 of Carnathan gets around him. The Hot Wheels Chevrolet moves up from last into the top 15. Next on his list, Sam Wade. Caution number 2 is out. Mike Campbell Jr. goes around in the Demon Jones 71. Let's have a look and see what happened to Papa Bear. Just sandwiched between it. Looks like the 88 of Mike Allen. None too happy about that. Let's ride along with the cockpit of Mike Allen and see if he had anything to do with that one there. Looking on from Allen now. I don't know if the 71 had just checked up or what. Let's ride along with Campbell and have a listen. Oh, the 71 was just slow. He wasn't even on the gas at all. He might have lost control, might have tried to just keep it off of the truck that was on his outside, and I don't think Allen might have gotten the message. The "have a very bad day" Chevrolet Silverado crawling down pit road now, possibly for repairs. He nudged that 71 quite tough-like, and the 22 of Josh Arnold will inherit the lead coming down pit road. So the trucks are going to get their repairs, and that gives us another chance for a break here. Actually, not quite yet. Looks like we'll be waiting here a minute to run another break. Zach Meredith now going back around to the outside, so Meredith reclaims the lead in truck 57. Now into the second half of tonight's race. Got to mention that tonight's race is brought to us by DiCarlo's Auto Body Service Center, the family-owned and operated collision repair shop located in Troy, New York. DiCarlo's Auto Body Repair and Transports accepts all major auto insurance, and they've been proudly serving the New York Capital District for over 25 years. Call them today at 518-279-4450. And we can't forget about their subsidiary, ADC Transports, the freight shipping and trucking company, also based in Troy, New York, working with DiCarlo's Auto Body Service. So Josh Arnold is going to be lining up behind Zach Meredith in that 57. The number 88 have a very bad day truck of Mike Allen waiting to get his wave around. There it is. Richard Lovrich is the name of the author of Have a Very Bad Day. Kind of an interesting paint scheme here, possibly highlighting the themes of the book. Zach Meredith rolls around as our race leader. Let's see if we can bother Zach Meredith for a word about today's race, because he has been just dominant all night long. Zach Meredith, Rick James, you got me?
Sir.
Zach, you're leading this race in that 57, and you've been doing a dominant job all night long. Do you have what it takes to win in that Pepsi truck?
Absolutely. You already know I do.
Buddy, you've got Josh Arnold all up your back trumpet. You're going green this time by. What's going to be the toughest part of winning this race?
Keeping him and the two people behind me of Wadsworth and Peach.
It is a mouthful, and it's a handful as well, buddy, so keep the shiny side up, Meredith. But that brings us to the most important question. What's your favorite brand of batteries?
Energizer.
Good question, buddy. Best of luck. We're cheering for you, Zach.
Appreciate you, bud.
So Zach Meredith is going to go back to work with 45 laps remaining on the board. Josh Arnold starting to his outside with points leader Hunter Peach and Shad Swatsworth in row number 2. Green flag is out at Richmond. Ruzick into the wall and sliding down that back straight. Ruzick has crashed, but we stay green. Josh Arnold to the outside of Zach Meredith. This was the best chance Arnold has to lead. Meredith defenseless on cold tires. Trucks falling behind him. Mike LeBlanc off the racetrack now. We stay green. It's the second time tonight. Josh Arnold to the lead around the outside of Zach Meredith, and he got to the hard way. And the double two of Josh Arnold is your new leader under the lights at Richmond. Zach Meredith now under attack. Shad Swatsworth in the number 1 Bass Pro Silverado. Once around that 57 Pepsi machine. 59 laps about to come up on the board. Swatsworth, is he going to take advantage? Meredith said that the 22 and the 1 would be his hardest rivals tonight, and that's proving to be true. Zach Meredith not running his normal line, now squeezing down to the inside, trying to catch back up to J-Paw in that number 22. Jeff Lednup in the Duluth trading truck to the outside of Sam Wade in the number 27 Skyline Chili Silverado. Stan Carnathan sitting in 12th, and then Mike Allen in lucky number 13th position. 40 to go this time by. Arnold leading Meredith, but not for much longer if Meredith has his way. As the adage goes, it's one thing to catch, and it's quite another thing to pass him. All calm at the front of this race for now, but now Chris Murphy in the 21 truck getting overtaken by Nate Lehman in that 14. Trucks starting to go a bit slower as the tires are wearing on. Nate Lehman to the inside line. Chris Murphy leaving some daylight there. Jake Millsap starting to see the gap between himself and 6th place Chris Murphy. Josh Arnold on the outside line. He was running the line that Meredith was running earlier, and in that first stint, the 22 of Arnold was not afraid to get up to the door of Meredith in the 57. Will Meredith extend the same courtesy? Shad Swatsworth in third, watches these two fight on. Meredith is there, but can he pull off the pass to the inside now? Side by side with the 22 of Arnold. 65 laps complete. The 57 of Meredith can't make it stick. Up off of 4, the 22 with too much speed. And the North Carolinian Pete Ruzick leaving pit road in the 20th position. The Bud Light Silverado gets racing once again. Arnold survives another wave of attack from truck 57. Cole Snyder in the number 99 Box Cave truck. He's got the 69 of Brad Rivers behind him, but Brad sits in the 17th position, 1 lap down. The 99 of Cole Snyder trying to catch up to Jake Millsap in the 7th position, but he's being pestered by the 69 of Rivers, just trying to get one of his laps back. And look, here comes Pete Ruzick on the outside now. The 99 of Snyder certainly busy, and now Jake Millsap busy too, tasked with defending the 7th position from Cole Snyder. Snyder determined to get the spot off of turn number 2, trying to get that 19 for all he's got, forcing the 19 up into the outside line. And what's gone with the 57? Zach Meredith. You see him slow on the inside. Trucks splitting him everywhere. Meredith goes from 2nd to 8th. What in the world just happened to Zach Meredith? Zach Meredith in the 57 happily chugging along behind the 22. This was well earlier. Take a look at the 57 now. Oh, heavy contact between himself. The 22 got a piece. The 1 truck incredibly slow. That sends Hunter Peach to the lead. Nate Lehman's in 2nd. Josh Arnold now takes over the 3rd position, but you saw the 57 of Meredith get a bit too eager to take the lead, and he suffers. The 1 suffers. We stay green at Richmond, and Hunter Peach becomes the new leader with 29 laps to go. Nate Lehman sits in 2nd. That's going to put J. Paul Arnold in the 3rd position. But here comes Crystal Chris Murphy in the number 21 Quick Lane Ford. Cole Snyder to the inside of Jake Millsap. This for the 5th position. Snyder forcing Millsap well high out of turn number 4. There's the spots changing again. Zach Meredith in the 8th position. Shad Swatsworth in the 12th position. Look at the damage to the number 1 Bass Pro Chevy. Just heavy contact. One more look. Let's see what it looked like. The 57 of Zach Meredith just got a bit too eager to get around. Have a listen. And there you see nowhere for that 1 truck to go. Back to live pictures. We're still green, and there's caution number 3 out on the racetrack, and the 69 of Brad Rivers not having a nice time, and you can see the crunched up damage on that Rep Sports Ford. Let's take a look and see what happened to truck 69. Jake Millsap to his outside. Pete Ruzick behind him. Millsap loose out of 2. Collects what in the world? Holy crap. That was cool. Let's take another look. Matter of fact, let's ride along with him. This is going to be fun. Well, Brad Rivers got so high, he literally disappeared off of the racetrack, and now he's stuck in pit road. So, Kurt Swatsworth in the chat says, Q, fly me to the moon. Fly me to the moon. Let me play among the stars. I will not quit my day job, don't worry. But Hunter Peach sitting at the end of pit road, getting his repairs. Kurt in the chat, I'm filling in for Kurt tonight. He says, thank you for covering me. Oh, it's my pleasure. These trucks have been putting in a shift tonight. Hunter Peach leads the race. Zach Meredith in the second position. We're going to take a 60-second break, and we'll be back for the final 20-some lap shootout in the DiCarlo's Auto Body Truck Series from Richmond. "77 laps underway from iRacing's Richmond Raceway. There are the ADC Transport's race facts. 75 short miles, the length of tonight's race. 40 to 50 laps going to be the green flag fuel window. But of course, there's no way the tires are going to last that long, and the drivers certainly not going that long with the frequency of cautions. Only 3 yellows tonight. Of the 78 laps that we are now running, there are the points coming into tonight's event. A tie for the lead, 9 rounds into this event, and by the time the checkered flag flies tonight, either Hunter Peach or Josh Arnold will come away as our clear-cut points leader. Hunter Peach will be leading us to the line. It will be 21 laps to go. Once again, big shout out to DiCarlo's Auto Body Service Center, to the family-owned and operated collision repair shop located in Troy, New York. DiCarlo's Auto Body Repair and ADC Transports accepts all major auto insurance, and they've been proudly serving the Capital District for over 25 years. Call them today at 518-279-4450. Let's go racing! Massive wreck for these drivers in turn number 3, and a huge pileup involving Cole Snyder, Pete Ruzick, the number 19 of Jake Millsaps involved, Q-Dog, Enrique Quiñones, the New Jersey pilot, involved in that one. He immediately jumps to pit road, and straight away from green flag, those guys are going to need some help from DiCarlo's Auto Body and Service. They're just going to need new trucks. Those things are totaled. Let's take a look and see what brings out caution number 4. Ruzick slow, just trying to avoid that, and obviously you can see this was well before that accident happened. Let's go back and have a look. Cole Snyder was involved in this one. There you can see Quiñones already on his back end. Straight away, trucks getting bottlenecked in that first corner, as you would expect. Now have a look. Let's see if we can find the trigger. Contact from the 19, nowhere for the 19 to go. Even the 27 got involved. You saw the 13 truck of Mike LeBlanc get a piece of that action, and that brings out caution number 4. So we're going to be restarting inside the final 16 laps of racing. Hunter Peach leading this race in the number 26 Richmond Menards Chevrolet. Let's find Hunter. I want to bother Hunter and see how his race is going so far. Hunter Peach, Rick James, you got me.
Hello?
Hunter Peach, Rick James, can you hear me?
Sir, I got you loud and clear.
Hunter, you're leading this race in that number 26. You're also leading the points. You're tied with J. Paul Arnold, currently running 4th in that box cave truck. But can you win this race? You're only going to have fewer than 16 laps remaining.
I think I can. I feel like I'm a top 3 at least most. I know Bill's is pretty fast. J. Paul's definitely on his way up here. They've been really good, but we'll just have to wait and see.
It's going to be 6 races left after tonight. Are you more concerned with tonight's win or just consistency on your way towards a potential championship?
Coming to Richmond, I'm just going to try to get out here with some points. Not one of my best tracks, but we'll just see what it brings.
You say not one of your best tracks, but inside the final 17 laps, I mean, we're going to be restarting with at maximum 15 laps to go, and here you are in the lead. Who's going to be your biggest rival in terms of getting tonight's win?
Honestly, I'm probably going to have to go with either J. Paul or Bills.
J. Paul or Bills. Now that brings us to the most important question of the evening, Hunter Peach. What is your favorite brand of batteries?
For brand of batteries. Personally, it doesn't really make a difference to me. They're just batteries, but I'll probably just say Duracell.
Okay, we'll go with Duracell. Good answer, buddy. Keep the shiny side up, and hopefully we talk to you at the end.
Yep, you too.
Hunter Peach going back to his friends in the Checkmate Motorsports chat. He's starting on the inside of Nate Lehman. Behind him, Zach Meredith in that 57. Again, this is Zach Meredith's second race in the Truck Series. He won his first attempt, and here he is going for his second win in 2 starts. Josh Arnold in that 22 truck, also tied for the points lead, and he wants to come away with the top spot. 15 laps to go in Virginia, waiting for that signal for these trucks to turn loose, and we're racing again from Richmond. Two by two, 2 rows deep, out of the 4th corner. Hunter Peach beats Nate Lehman to the line, and it'll be lucky number 13 laps to go. Next time by 26, 14, 5, 7, your top 3 out of turn number 2. The 26 has a good advantage over Nate Lehman. Here comes Zach Meredith in the number 57 Pipsy Chevy. Now to the inside of Josh Arnold. He's got 3rd. Can he get 2nd from Lehman? Further back, Stan Carnathan on the outside of Josh Roberts in the number 15. Cole Snyder being held up in the 99, and that allows the 21 of Chris Murphy to get to the inside, trying to crack the top 10, but he can't make it stick. The 43 of Carnathan slow on the outside. Hunter Peach starting to pull away from Nate Lehman. A dozen laps remain. And he's gone purple. New fastest lap in this race. Hunter Peach with a 22:10 turns the quickest circuit of round 9. He's only getting faster, and he's got 11 laps to go. I find it hard to believe that this is not one of Hunter's better tracks, like he just said, because he is killing it right now. Josh Arnold in the 22 box cave Ford comes up behind Nate Lehman out of turn number 2, and he gets all the draft he can, trying to make the challenge for the silver medal spot. And we can't forget about Chad Swatsworth in the Bass Pro Chevrolet, trying to come up behind Zach Meredith. Meredith, who's up 12 spots from where he started, looking to hang on to 4th. It'll be 9 at the line, and the lead grows to 0.7 of a second. Chris Murphy to the inside of Josh Roberts, this for the 9th position. Brad Rivers behind him in the 69. Rivers currently running 17th, 3 laps down. Murphy not giving up the fight. He gets 9th. Roberts down to 10th. 11th is Mike Allen in the 88, some distance behind, 2.3 seconds behind 10th place. Chris Murphy not giving up, though. The 15 of Roberts now clears Murphy, and here comes Brad Rivers racing for the pride of the spot. Jake Millsap and Mike LeBlanc still getting repairs down pit road. It looks like their race might be done. 7 more laps for Hunter Peach. 9/10 of a second back to Nate Lehman. He's got 4/10 over Josh Arnold, who's got no tenths over Zach Meredith. The 57 looking to the inside of the 22. Did Arnold leave enough moonlight for the 57? The answer is yes. Will Meredith make it stick? He still has the inside line headed into 3. Has the advantage onto the quarter panel. Couldn't make it stick, and he's going to lose the momentum headed into 1, but it's going to open the door for Shad Swatsworth. It will be 5 laps to go next time by. There's the 57 of Meredith once again looking to the inside, but he can't get there. Jarrett Manning in the 50, who's had a couple of incidents tonight. He's up to the 13th position, now chasing down Mike Allen for the 12th spot. Brad Rivers working on the 98 of Enrique Quiñones. One last ditch effort to take 17th position away from the New Jersey native. Josh Arnold barely holding on to 3rd. Cole Snyder trying to get Byron Jones to give up his 6th position. Jarrett Manning working on Mike Allen, and action all over this racetrack. 3 laps to go next time by. Hunter Peach leads by a full second over Nate Lehman, who's 8/10 ahead of this riffraff. And there goes Zach Meredith into the wall on the outside of turn number 4. And what a shame it is. Meredith was mounting a wonderful charge up to the podium. Zach Meredith still up 11 places from where he started. He's in 5th. Now Shad Swatsworth working on the back end of Josh Arnold as Manning tries to send it in on Josh Allen, but he goes in a bit too deep, and Ruzick looks at the moonlight underneath. Same with Josh Roberts in the 15 truck to the inside of Chris Murphy. That's for 9th. Hunter Peach has a 1.5 second lead, and he's going to get that lead. He's going to get the white flag here, as this is the fight for 3rd. Josh Arnold on the outside of Shad Swatsworth. Hunter Peach driving a beautiful race, has a 1.5 second lead over Nate Lehman. There's Josh Arnold and Swatsworth fighting hammer and tongs. Swatsworth gets one more chance to the inside of Josh Arnold. Hunter Peach will win round 9. Nate Lehman in 2nd. Swatsworth with one last ditch effort can't get the spot away from Arnold. There's Zach Meredith losing the spot to Cole Snyder. Wreck out of turn number 4. The 21 truck of Chris Murphy finishes 8th. Josh Roberts in 9th. Brad Rivers just failing to get Enrique Quiñones for the 17th position. And your race winner, Hunter Peach, in the number 26 Richmond Menards Chevrolet, gets the win in round 9. Well-deserved victory for Hunter Peach, dominating the second half of that race after the 57 of Zach Meredith dominated the majority of that event. Peach coming around to do his cool down, his victory lap, a very hard-fought victory. Fans at home are going to have podium interviews in just a moment, brought to you by DiCarlo's Auto Body and ADC Transports. It'll be Hunter Peach, Nate Lehman, and Josh Arnold on the podium. We'll have that interview in just a moment. On the podium now with our top three, starting with one of the two joint points leader headed into this race. Josh Arnold driving the number 22 Box Cave Ford F-150. You come home with the bronze medal tonight.
Rick, yeah, it was a good race overall. A clean air was a beauty when I got it. I hated that I got wrecked there from the lead, but it is what it is. We'll fought back to third, so not too shabby. But I got to give a shout out to CDR and congrats to Hunter and Nathan for finishing 1 and 2, and 4DH Militia. Thank you for broadcasting, man.
My pleasure, J. Paw. It was an absolute treat to fill in for the lovely Kurt Swatsworth. Our second place interview with driver of the number 14, Dr. Destruction Ford, Nate Lehman. What more could you have done to get the dub away from Hunter Peach?
Force the issue, Rick. I could have probably forced the issue there on that restart. I got an excellent jump on the outside, and I thought about kind of pinching him down a little bit more, but he's my teammate, and I wanted to see one of us come out of there with the W. So we'll take second, move on from there. I'm super psyched, really pumped up. That was a fun race, man. That was awesome.
That was a super cool race. I enjoyed every single lap. Headed next week into Michigan, you're behind J. Paul Arnold by 28 points, and from J. Paul Arnold is another 6 points to Hunter Peach in the lead. 6 races to go. You still got the championship in your sight?
I think so, man. We've got some big tracks coming up that are going to involve a lot of drafting. And we've got the infamous iRacing Super Speedway that's still you can gain or lose 20 points easily at a track like that. So I'm still in it.
Congratulations on second. Go celebrate, Nate.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Our winning interview brought to us by DiCarlo's Auto Body Service Center, the family-owned and operated collision repair shop located in Troy, New York. DiCarlo's Auto Body Repair and Transports accepts all major auto insurance, and they have been proudly serving the Capital District for over 25 years. Call them today at 518-279-4450. And thanks to ADC Transports, the freight shipping and trucking company from Troy, New York, a subsidiary of DiCarlo's Auto Body Service. And now the winner, driver of the number 26 Richmond Menards Chevy Silverado, Hunter Peach. You come in with the points lead, and you leave with a 6-point lead over Josh Arnold, headed into Michigan. Next week, we trade the 3/4 mile D-shaped oval for the 2-mile D-shaped oval. Can you go 2 wins in a row?
Michigan's hit or miss. I know it's a high draft track, but
dude,
yeah,
you just said Richmond wasn't your favorite track, and you came away with a 1.5 second victory. Are you serious?
Never said it was. No, it wasn't my worst. I knew I could run good at Richmond. It just wasn't my best where I thought I could come in just run like that. I was just gonna come in and show you just run top 5 at least. But all in all, it was a really fun race. Battling J. Paul in the beginning, and then Bills got up there with the 2 tires. Nate was up there, and then Shag came up there. It was just fun with just all 5 of us, all 4, nose to tail, running different lines. Just all about track position, but really, really fun race.
I had a blast, man. You can tell I'm having fun from start to finish. These truck races are fantastic, and it was a privilege for me to go ahead and broadcast this. Congratulations on that win, Hunter. We're going to see you go for 5 wins next week at Richmond.
Oh, I hope so, but just can't predict anything until you get there. Let's go in there with a different attitude and just race the track.
We'll see you next week, Hunter. Congratulations again.
Yep. Thanks for broadcasting.
Fans at home, that's going to do it for us, and another chapter of DiCarlo's Auto Body Truck Series is in the books. My esteemed thanks to everybody at DiCarlo's ADC, of course, the illustrious Kurt Swatsworth. I'm filling in for him tonight. Hopefully, I did a job, Kurt, and the seat will still be warm for you next Sunday night at Michigan. Everybody, go give him a follow. You can find him on Twitter, I believe. Let me look this up, actually. I know I'm delaying the end here, but I got to give the man his proper credit. Let me look this up. Unless, Kurt, you can beat me to it by putting in the... Let's see here. Yep. At Kurt217, KS Gaming 51. At Kurt217 is his profile on Twitter. Give this man a follow. It was my pleasure to absolutely serve you, the fans, and everybody on Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on Twitter, on Instagram, on Twitch. Tomorrow night is the final of ARC's Mazda Mondays. We're going to take the MX-5 to the 1.5 mile oval at Homestead. So until then, everybody, please stay safe. Do take care of each other, and we will